Hey there everyone, thank you for joining me today for this quick tutorial. I thought I would go ahead and show you how a loaded matchbook is made. It's super simple, they're not very big, and I had already shown you this, and you can load it up with whatever goodies you want. Okay, so I am going to use, for my base color, I'm going to use this really pretty green. I'm going to get my cutter. Okay, so it has to be, for this one that I'm making, it needs to be, let me see, it needs to be 4 inches wide and 11 inches long. So first of all, I'm going to cut it 4 inches wide. So there is that. And this is 8.5 by 11, so it's already 11 inches long. So I will just verify that. Yep, 11 inches long. So this is your base. And then we are going to need another piece right here for this backing. So it has my back piece was 4 inches wide and 1.5 inch tall. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this other piece at 1.5 inches. And I'm sorry, I didn't know you couldn't see. Okay, 1.5 inches wide, and then 1.5 inch tall and 4 inches wide, which is right there. If you use a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, this will probably be cut for you, probably a little wider than I would want. So I would cut it down, but you could use the entire 3 inches that come off your sheet. So that is what we need our cutter for. And then I'm going to get my score pal, and we're not going to do anything to this one, but this one, the 4 by 11, we are going to place right here, and we are going to make our first score at, okay, so the flap has to be at, let me see, let me look at my note here. Okay, so we have to score at 4 1/4, which is right here. 4 1/4, and then score again at 4 1/2, and this is what makes your top gusset, if you want to call it a gusset, but that's the top piece. And then I'm going to score again at 9 1/2 right here. So this becomes your bottom piece. So 9 1/2. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that that is where I need to be scoring. Yep, I think that's it. Okay, score again at 9 1/2 right there. Okay, and that is all the scoring we're going to do. So I will get rid of this, and we will do our folds. We fold right there, the other fold line, and then our last one at the bottom. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, I did forget the inside piece. That one, the inside piece has to be, or my measurement, I keep saying has to be because, you know, it really doesn't have to be. You can alter this to whatever size you want. I'm going to explore making a big one. But your pocket, my pocket is 4 inches wide, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I think I need a new blade already. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at 4 inches wide, which is, my width is right here. So 4 inches wide, and then 3 1/4 inch tall. 3 1/4 inch tall. Okay, so that is where I'm going to cut this one. And I have to score this one as well. Okay, so on this one, you are going to score at 1/4 of an inch right here, 1/4 of an inch, right there, on 3 sides. 1/4 of an inch right here. Nope. Okay, 1/4 of an inch. I hope you guys can see that. And then 1/4 of an inch on this end as well. Okay, so you have 1/4 of an inch on each side. And then you take your scissors, and we don't want all that bulkiness at the corners, so you are going to cut from corner to corner here where the corners meet, so we don't have all that bulkiness. There we go. And then you are going to, you can glue this, or you can use tape runner, or whatever adhesive you want to use. So what I'm going to do, because we have to put our pocket in first, so I'm going to fold these down. Okay, there's our corners so they're not so bulky. Here we go. And then on this side, we are going to put our tape. Well, I'm going to use tape. Like I said, you can glue it down with a wet adhesive, but I am going to use some tape runner, and this is one, I don't know what size this is, but you guys know I'm bad with measurements. So I am going to, there's that one. Where's my scissors? All right, guys, I have my tape down, and I'm gonna burnish it a little bit because I like my tape down to where I know it's not gonna come up. So at this point, if you want to, you could totally go ahead and start to decorate your matchbook. Which is what I prefer to do because it's easier to do once, before you put everything together. Okay, so don't put this too far down because then it creates bulk right here at the bottom, and you don't want all that bulk because it's supposed to look like a matchbook. Okay, so the reason that I altered this was because the other one was a little too tall. I really have to change that blade. The other one was a little too tall, and I just felt like it's a little harder to get things in and out of there, especially since they have to be kind of thin, or your goodies have to be kind of thin. And I don't know, I just feel like I would like my goodies to show a little bit more from here. And it's this one goes down fairly deep. I don't want mine to go down that deep. So I am taking this and kind of just measure a little bit where I want it to, how far down I want it to go. So all I did was put it down. I don't want it too far down, but I don't want it too far up either. So I'm thinking that is about where I want it. It's your goodies will show from the top a little bit more than the original one, and yeah, so okay, that is where it's going to go. And again, I burnish it because I want to make sure that it's not going to come up. Okay, there is the start. Actually, it's just about complete. One more thing that we need to do is I take a little stapler, and if you guys remember, the original matchbooks have a little staple here at the bottom. you know, I kind of don't want that staple. I want it here on the sides, and there is enough room for the staple to go right at the bottom. So that is where I stapled, right at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. You know, close to the edge, but not too close. So I hope you can see that. And then staple down, and there you go. And you flip it over. Try to get it pretty even, and then you staple down again. Okay, and at this point is where I had covered the front with this pattern paper, but I also covered the back to where the staples you know, are covered. And for that I did use wet glue, so that is what I'm going to use. For this one, I'm going to use some wet glue. I feel like it gives it a little more sturdiness if I use the wet glue. So let me use wet glue, make sure it goes all the way to the end. I'm sorry, I keep putting things close to me where I can see, but you're the one that needs to see. Okay. And get it on the edge to make sure it sticks to that, all that paper where that staple is at. Okay. And at this point, this is where I would actually, I would have stamped it with my handmade stamp. And I didn't do that, but that's okay. Alrighty. So, and then you glue it down as best as you can, nice and straight. Make sure it doesn't come down off the bottom where you can see it. Let me try to, okay, big old head time, guys. Okay, so you can't see that from the front side. There you go. So just make sure it's on there secure. And you know, I can actually still stamp it because the middle part isn't. This is my handmade stamp. And I will just stamp it right there. I think the stamp went down a little crooked, but it's hard to see. There we go. That's good enough. And there's my handmade stamp. The staples are covered. Other than that, blade needing to be changed, which is what I need to do as soon as I'm finished here. Okay, and at this point you can start to embellish your matchbook, and your page goes in like that, and there you go. You've got it made, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cover it with this paper because I don't like to make a project and keep it. So let me go ahead and do that. You know, really all you have to do for the measurements, I'm not going to put you through that, but depending on how much border you want around, like this one, I'll probably do like at 3 3/4 by about 3 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to cover the front, cover the insides. And a little hint, if you're going to use cardstock, this is actually just pattern paper. If you're going to use cardstock, you have to glue it down really good because it does bend a little bit when you put it in the flap. So let me go ahead and cover this, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, at this point all I have done is covered and you know what? I wasn't going to decorate this on camera. I was just going to do it afterwards because I was just going to give you the base. So this piece back here, I would have put on before my pocket. So, you know, just so it would look more cohesive, I guess. But overall, that doesn't look bad. So I would have put this piece all along the back side. But again, that's your preference. So, okay, with the paper, you know, pattern paper versus the cardstock, because this is cardstock right here, and it's a little tougher to fold, not that it's impossible, but if you do use cardstock, just keep that in mind. Normally it folds right from the center, and in this case, since it is 2 pieces of cardstock, it folded from the top piece right here. So anyway, there is that. And so you can do your decorating. I am going to, I pulled out a couple of things that I think go good on here. And one of the things somebody sent me some stickers, and these are so cute. I thought I would put him right in the center because he matches very well. And then I'll probably put some washi going in the opposite direction. I guess I could, nope, it'll have to be in the opposite direction, or I could use a solid colored one. But this was in a swap. And then I will decorate the inside. I was gonna take it out of there, but I was gonna take the flap out, but I'm going to leave it there so that I'll know where to center my cute little unicorn. And these stickers are pretty thin, so it's gonna go great. So let me see where I want this this unicorn to go. And I think, yep, I think he will be just fine right there. Isn't that cute? Oh, isn't that cute? That is so cute. Okay, so I am going to get some washi, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and use the stripes because I like that. That's so pretty. So somebody had gifted this to me in a swap. It's part of their swap. I guess I could put some tails on there, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put a, let me see. I'm going to put it from end to end. So let me go ahead and put it right about here. Make sure it is straight. Okay. And I am going to cut, hopefully straight. And that is straight enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so isn't that cute? I think that looks so cute. You can do so much more to the front, keeping in mind about the fold. So I'm gonna take this out, and right here I am going to put probably, oh, this one says happy birthday. We don't want that one. I guess I'm going to put this one right here. And the colors just match great on here. I love that. Okay, and there we go. Okay, and I don't know what else I will put here, but I am going to probably, and this guy cute, but no, this is unicorn. Let me see if I have any more unicorn things, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I altered that last sticker because I don't have any other unicorn stuff. I had other stickers, but they were too big. So what I did was, okay, so I'm gonna, you can add paper flowers, just flat stickers. You can add, just the regular paper flowers that we use for our crafting, anywhere. Just, keep in mind that it does bend a little bit. So what I did with that other sticker is I cut off the happy birthday, and I put that little guy right there just because he matches so well with everything. And I just put a piece of washi on the top, and then this, washi to match the bottom. And so our our matchbook, loaded matchbook is good. I mean, it's ready to get filled. There we go. We can fill it, and it is ready to go, guys. It's real simple. It just takes no time at all. And again, you can decorate the back, but I choose not to, at least with these two. So anyway, that was, let me recap on the sizes for you. For your base, you need a sheet, a strip of paper that is 4 inches on the wide side right here, 4 wide and 11 inches long. And you're going to score at 1 1/4, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, and then 9 1/2 for the fold at the bottom. And then your pocket on the inside is 4 inches wide by 3 1/4 inch tall, and you are going to score 3 ends at 1/4 of an inch. And then you are going to, miter your corners, cut the corners out, and then fold it. And then on the back side of those flaps, you're going to put your glue and then glue it down. And then you're going to staple these you know, put your staple on the bottom, on the sides, and then I cover it up. That is optional. And then of course your paper, you know, you will just cut it, you know, depending on what size you make. So these were 3 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I used tape, dry adhesive to put them down, because you know it kind of gets warped with the wet glue. That's why on these I've been choosing to use tape runner, except for this, because I want the entire thing glued down. All right, guys, that is my quick tutorial for today. I hope this, you know, this helps you in some sort of way to, you know, sometimes we want to send goodies out in a really cute, you know, in a cute way. So I think this is good. At least it is for me. Okay, guys, thank you so much. If you would like, subscribe, and comment on this video, I would appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a great day.